Center. Let's see, you're on that microphone, so let me... Kandese is here. We're going to talk about stuff going on at the Ocotillo, and I think, on Thursdays we have a phone call with Michael from the Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center.
Oh, very cool.
And we always look back at the history of Artesia and learn different things, stuff like that. I need to go by and visit the museum. I hadn't been to the museum in a long time.
I haven't been in a very long time.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I interview him every week, and then I never go. So.
Well, because he gives up the goat, like you know all the things. So.
Well, he really doesn't talk about the actual displays.
Oh, okay.
We look back at the history of Artesia.
Oh, okay.
Or world events, and how Artesians reacted to different world events. And stuff like that.
That's also interesting.
I was watching technology really changes how we do things. I mean, look at what we carry around now. We carry around phones and tablets.
Right.
Instead of bags of computers.
And fancy electric mugs.
Well, I'm a coffee drinker, and so if you were looking for a gift to give a coffee drinker,
fancy
a Bluetooth mug.
There we go. That tells you have reached your ideal coffee temperature.
You can use it for tea. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
There we go. It's coffee, tea.
Coffee, tea. They have recipes and drinks you can make in your mug, but when you're old enough, old like me, you still remember some of the older technology. Every generation does that. The younger generation today has no clue of some of the things that people older used, parents, grandparents used, and it always changes. And so we were watching a video from a Electric Light Orchestra concert performance at Wembley Stadium in that area, like 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they were doing the Telephone Line song. You may or may not have heard that song. I've heard the song because fan of ELO. So the graphic that's on the screen behind them is this circle with little circles in it, and the circle is spinning. And I said to Lana, I wonder how many people in the audience, younger people in the audience, are looking at that and have any clue what that's representing, what that is. And it's the rotary dial on a telephone, and so you give a rotary dial phone to a kid and say, "Here, make a phone call." You know, they don't know.
We played with my generation. We even had those as like the toys, the little one, and it makes a fun noise as you go. Yeah. So we played with rotary phone.
But it was a toy representation of something that as you got older you were gonna use, or you see your parents use, and so I wonder. Here in a few years, what the toys are, I
wasn't even out of college yet, and there were freshmen coming in that didn't know what VHS tapes were.
Yeah.
Or cassette tapes. So.
Or tell somebody you have a CD player. Mm-hmm. They were laughing at me the other day because what we were talking about. This was Tuesday. We were talking about something, and I said the device that it is about the size of that DVD player.
I have a DVD player.
We have a DVD player back in the conference room. I don't think we've ever used it for DVDs, maybe once. And somebody said, "What's a DVD player?"
Oh no!
So we're moving in that general direction with technology. And from a theater standpoint, I don't know if you guys have moved into this arena or not. The LED panels, you can. Before you had to build sets and backdrops and all this stuff to present to the audience. This is where the actors are. Mm-hmm. Now you just roll in 4 or 5 light panels
and project an image,
and an image comes up on the screen.
We are not there at the Ocotillo, but I know what you're talking about.
You see a lot more of that's starting to work its way through. LED lighting. Mm-hmm. I think the Stella Yates Auditorium is getting
they're upgrading the lights. So ours will now not be the newest lights in town. They'll have the updated lights.
But now with the LEDs, they can be any color you want.
Yes.
Okay, so when you have your theater classes and the kids come in, hand them some gels and some the frames and the gel material or whatever, and say, "Here, I need to make the stage look this color. Here's
and we have those, yes.
Yeah, and so you're going to have a whole generation of people that are going to be involved in the theater. Going to go, what are you talking about? What is this? What is this? And you say, well, that's how we presented different colors on stage back in the day.
Yes.
Whereas now you punch it up on a computer screen and you tell the LEDs what color you want it to be and shape your color and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we are not that. We just got a new amp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, it's eventually it's
where it's going to be. Yeah. Well, as we update the theater, updating the lights and the things that we have on stage is definitely going that direction.
Yeah.
As more up to date to follow the times. But
I know it's a more common thing now. But the first time I was at a fancy restaurant, whatever, for broadcaster deal. I don't get to take those trips on my own. Somebody has to invite and pay. But I remember we were trying to have a meeting in a meeting room, and the ambient music was too loud. And so they called over the waiter or whoever, the head person of that room, and he grabs his iPad. Is that better now? So you're seeing all of that as technology advances.
Instead of being like, oh, let me go to the back and I'll turn down the dial. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore. Is there a knob on the wall that you turn? No, let me adjust that for you.
Yes. Hopefully it has charge.
That's right. So anyway, Kandese is here from the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center, and we want to give an update on what's happening at the Ocotillo. And I know the big event you've got coming up, or one of the big events you have coming up, is next. No, it's this Saturday.
Yeah, National Day of the Cowboy. We have two things on Saturday. Yeah.
I have been confused as to what day it is.
No, you have to be there. You're the one with the hot dogs.
No, I know I'm going to be there, but I don't want to. So that's this weekend.
Yes.
They're going to start with a little teaser.
Yes, it's the County Line Band, and they will have a teaser during lunch, and then they have a performance at 6 p.m. But we start off our day at 10 a.m. with a cyanotype workshop, which is a fancy word for sun prints.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this an old school technique that you're still trying to keep alive with?
I wouldn't say old school. It's another form of art. It's another way of doing prints. And so it involves sun exposure and water and fun. And so we have signups for that. Dance camp is going really strong. We end on Friday. So we had 16 students, which is really good. That's 3 more than we had for Missoula. So we kind of increased our participation with dance camp, which is really good. And then, of course, we have the cyanotype workshop, 10 a.m. And then at 6 p.m., we have the County Line Band actually playing in the theater. And the tickets are $15 a person. It was really funny because I was talking to Greg Spain. He's kind of their representative. And he said the guys, they were practicing the week before I called them. And one of them's like, it'd be really cool to do a tribute or something at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center. And he's like, and the next day you called me. And so it kind of,
the universe is aligning.
The universe aligned and worked out.
What was your horoscope that day?
I did not look up, but it was lucky because I was really panicky there for a minute. And so they're very excited to be here, and it'll be a fun night out. Everyone, I've noticed a lot, especially on Mayor Henry's Facebook, there's nothing to do. We have nothing going on. And I'm telling you, I know that I guess the pool and the bowling alley that's the things that they always do. But we have something going on the weekend.
Yeah.
So if you just perk up your ears and pay attention a little bit, there's plenty of stuff. The library has stuff. We've got stuff going on. The fair is coming up, so there'll be tons of stuff to do out there.
Yep.
So come out this weekend. And tonight actually is a Hot Summer Nights.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, so that's tonight. Main Street, there's food trucks, going to be pop-ups. I'm doing Kelly Speckhart's Paint With Us, Paint Your State, Christmas in July class.
Okay.
Tonight.
Paint your state?
Paint your state.
Okay.
So,
New Mexico's easy.
Yeah. So you can pick your favorite state. It doesn't have to be New Mexico.
And then you do the little thing down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Lordsburg.
Yeah. So you do that. But yeah, we have Hot Summer Nights tonight. Throw out that way for Main Street. Elizabeth's worked really hard to get it going. And it'll be this month and next month.
Right. About 5:30 or so.
Yeah.
Come
for
out. A couple hours.
Yes. And hang out and, do something fun. Support the town. Get out. Don't go to Roswell or Carlsbad. Come out. We've got stuff.
Now, if you come from Roswell or Carlsbad,
that's great too.
We will be happy to see you.
Oh yes, actually, and that's the funny thing. That's most of my patrons coming from out of town.
Yeah.
Roswell,
Interesting.
Carlsbad, Santa Fe, Lubbock, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting that they're enjoying shows, and
Yes.
so we need some more of the locals.
Which is great for our hotels and stuff. So we're bringing people
Absolutely.
in, even with gas prices. People are traveling to come here. So that means that we've got something special. People
Yeah.
are willing to come to our little Artesia. So come out and support. Yeah.
Yeah, no question about it. So you've got the art class.
Cyanotype workshop. Or if you
Cyanotype.
can't
How's that
remember
spelled?
cyanotype. Oh, Lord.
No, okay.
Don't make me spell it because I misspelled it once already.
All right, don't. So what do you
sunprint.
do? It's a sunprint. So you have paper.
You have the paper
Okay.
and the water, and it involves sun exposure.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. Nancy's going to teach me today.
That's what you're
We're
gonna
gonna
learn.
play. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to do it today with Nancy because she's like, she said that she at first was really into it. She's like, I think this is going to be difficult. And she did it. She's like, no, it's a lot of fun and it's super easy once you like know the steps. So we're going to play with that today.
Okay.
I
And then
just,
do you keep what you create then after
yes.
you've created it? So
Yeah.
Okay.
so you get to take it home.
Yeah.
You can sign up online. We've got that up. It's on the website, which is working.
Yay.
We've got it on the website, or if you're on Facebook, just go on Facebook. People have already gone through and purchased, so I know it works and it's easy.
Okay.
We've got that going. The county line band performance is general admission. So
Okay.
there's not like you have to pick your seats or whatever. So just purchase your tickets and find a seat. And so you can
Right.
do that also
Right.
online and be ready for that. So we're pretty excited.
I'd love to see where like somebody come in and say you're in my seat. So I don't see your name on your seat. Yeah, it is. It's right there.
Yeah. No, we've actually, with our new system, somehow it managed to double book a set of seats for one of
no.
our shows
Oh,
last
no.
season. And I was like, how in the world did it manage? Because even going back and looking, like, both seats showed the same seat name, but I don't, like, usually it blacks them out and you can't do that.
You
So
can't
it
do
had
that.
a fluke of
I
the
think
internet.
The weirdest situation I had like that, again, this was a broadcaster's thing, and I was up in Albuquerque, and I remember like 1 o'clock in the morning, somebody's fiddling with the door, and a couple come in,
Oh, no.
and I said, I'm in this room. And they said, well, my reservation is, my key
Yes.
for this room. I said, no, I'm in this room. And we had to call the front desk, and the front desk had goofed.
Yes.
But
And that's happened
again, how
before,
does that happen?
Yeah,
You know,
no, it happens. Yeah, so we have had that happen once, but this time you find an empty seat.
Fortunately, it wasn't the other way around. I wasn't
Yes.
walking in on a couple. That would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, it was embarrassing. So you got that all fixed,
Yeah,
right?
it's
That's all
fixed.
working
Yeah,
good
it
and-
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you could just come in, pick your seat, enjoy the band. They're great. I'm really
Well,
looking
that's the
forward
thing
to
about the
having them.
Ocotillo. If it's been a while since they've been there or they haven't seen a show there, there's not a bad seat in that whole
No,
facility.
it's really great. We get calls, or when I'm booking shows, they ask, they're like, well, how's the seating? Like, or people are buying tickets. Like, I've never been there before. Like, what's it like? It's very intimate. It's very small. There's not really a bad place to sit. You're going to be able to hear it. You're going to be able to see what's on stage without being like, oh, I forgot my glasses at home. Like, unless you're just really, like, you live with your glasses on.
Yeah.
You can see everything really well. The acoustics are great in there. They did a
Yes.
really good job acoustically
Yeah.
with the auditorium.
Yeah, because if you're on stage, you just talk normal voice and
Yeah, it can be heard.
it can be heard throughout the whole facility. So, well, that's good. I know the band's looking forward to.
Yes.
As you said, they're looking forward to doing that.
They're
that
very
show.
excited. So come out and support them. 'cause
Well, you're going to
they're-
get a sneak peek
Yes. At lunchtime.
at lunchtime on Saturday, and Big Nate and I are going to be there.
Oh,
Saturday.
Nate! Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Big Nate's going to be doing the talking, and I'm going to be the cooking,
There. Yeah.
and that seems to work. That
Yes.
seems to, because Nate does a great job. He is so fun.
He is fun. I got to act with Nate because
You
he
did?
the our Artesia Community Theater with me for a little bit. So
Okay.
I know him well. Yes.
Yeah, he's a big time lawyer now.
Yes.
Down in Carlsbad,
Mhm.
so I have to always, request special time.
Special time, yes.
With Nate.
I'll make sure I stop by to say hello.
Yeah. No, he's going to be there. I think his show is 10 to 1,
Okay.
and then we'll be doing hot dogs. Will start about 10:30
Oh, that's great.
because a lot of people like to eat early,
Yes.
I
Yes, they
guess.
do. Mhm.
and I want to be ready for the crowd. But then, if you enjoy what you hear, the little bit that you hear on Saturday at Benny's, then you've got to go buy a ticket and you got to go watch the full performance on Saturday night at the
Yes.
Ocotillo. So, good. What else is coming up? You've got some other stuff
Yeah,
for the
we
fall
do
you're
have
working
some
on?
other stuff. It's actually up on the website. Coming up really quick in August. It's not on this one thing is not on the website because me and the agent keep playing phone tag because she has a kid that got home sick with COVID, so
Oh,
she's
no.
been home
Yeah.
trying to call me, and I've been trying to call her back. But there will be a musical performance in August of Cinderella.
Okay.
And so that will be up once we have more on that. And soon after that, we hit September, which I've got a whole bunch going on. We have Mariachi Garibaldi coming back at the beginning of September. Then we'll have Yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles, and it's Paul McCartney endorsed.
Okay.
They're
good.
very excited to be coming. We've got, I do believe it's Cuarteto Nuevo coming. All this is in honor of Hispanic History Month, as well as the Fall Fiesta.
Right.
And we'll have a performance by Al Hurricane Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
is coming down on the Saturday evening, and then we're
Now,
lining
will
up.
that be at the Guadalupe Park? or-
Yes,
Okay.
at Guadalupe Park.
Mhm.
So Fall Fiesta. They've got Our Lady of Grace is planning a whole bunch of fun stuff. And this year, the Arts Council will actually have an art booth. So we'll be doing some sort of art project. I've put the earworm in Nancy's ear, and she's coming up with ideas.
Good.
So you'll have to come out. Great food, always great food. And we'll have some really good performers, too, this
That'll be
year.
at Our Lady of Grace Festival. And then, of course, you've got Art in the Park.
Yeah. So if you're a vendor, the mail out kind of got delayed because, of course, like between us working and my coordinator getting COVID, our mail outs are going out a little later.
Ah.
But it's been on the website since the beginning of the year. So if
Well,
you
you've
have
already had some folks that have inquired or signed
yes,
up.
Yeah,
right?
so you can call, you can go online. The page is Art in the Park on the website. Just click on it. It has the vendor forms. Download them, stop by, fill one out. It's really easy to get a hold of one if you haven't been mailed one already. But yeah, so that's coming up, and we're pretty excited to get that going.
Yeah. And that'll be a 2-day event
Yes,
at-
the 14th and 15th of October
of
at
October.
JC Park.
At JC Park. So I think I
Yeah.
already have that on our calendar.
Yes, yes, because we asked you to come back and remote.
Yes.
That worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for overall with our survey. People really liked it at JC Park because there was more room for everyone to be, and there was parking. You don't have to go find a parking spot and walk. Well, if you got there a little later, you might have had to park a little further down, but you didn't have to go to the church or anywhere else and then
Right.
kind of find the park. And so you can park there.
Right.
We had food trucks, which went over really well. They sold out both days, so we're gonna try to increase our food truck number. They're a little
Yeah.
bit wily. They ask, well, who's gonna be there? Well, if there's more than 3 food trucks, we think that's too many, and we had 3, and it wasn't enough.
It wasn't
so
enough, yeah.
hopefully this year I can convince them to come out. And,
Wiley Food Truck.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's an actual food truck. Wiley Food Truck.
yeah, that'd be fun to Google.
Well, there might be a couple. I think there's going to be a couple tonight for the
Yes.
hot August night,
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw
hot summer night, because this is July. so-
applications at them.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to
Art in the Park.
Yeah.
There you go. Another-
And I keep forgetting because Adobe Rose does their Monday, Friday, and I keep forgetting to take them out there with me when I go. So I'm gonna have to remember.
Yeah. You might just have to have it on your phone, and then you can airdrop it to them.
That's a thought.
You know. So
Look at you with all the high tech. I'm still like paper. Here's paper.
Well, no, there's nothing wrong with paper.
Yeah,
Please,
no.
please
Yeah,
don't
but you always have a great high tech idea. So yeah.
Well, I try, and it's funny because we've got we've got some staffers that are many years younger than me, and they just have not grabbed on to the concept, and I try not to get frustrated. And I'm a horrible tech support person because I'm like, well, I can see it, I can do it. Why can't you?
And they're like, this is not how this works.
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing that.
No,
you
you're
know?
like,
Well, what do you mean you're not seeing that? It's right there on my screen. Well, it's not on my screen. And then, so you got to roll it back
Yes.
to part 1. So don't call me for tech support. You get mad, I get frustrated, and everybody's unhappy. But it is amazing how the technology does work. And some of our guys are like, well, can you email me this? I said, well, it's in the Dropbox. I don't have Dropbox. Do you have a phone? Yes. Do you have internet? Yes. You have Dropbox.
Yeah, Dropbox is one of those things that's still been around. It's
been
funny,
around a while.
it's been around so long that people are still like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean, Microsoft has theirs. Google's another one.
Yes.
Google has their platform, and so it's really much easier now to have access to the documents that you need.
Or share documents.
Or share documents if you're out and about and you don't have to have a briefcase with you with all that kind of stuff. But it takes a while for people to kind of catch on to some of that. And because where was I the other day, and somebody needed something, and I was on the road, and I just grabbed my phone, and in about 3 minutes I said, "You got it now?" "Yeah, I got it now." And so hopefully,
yeah, no, it makes it easier.
yeah. But for those people that like paper,
Yes.
you might just have to grab a few printed forms and have them in the car with you everywhere you go. So
Oh
that
yeah.
somebody
No, I
says,
just carry them around with me now.
yeah, say, "Well, I might be interested. Do you have a form?" And you can go,
Smack.
"I do."
Here you go.
Boom, here it is.
Fill it out, and I'll take your payment right now too. 'Cause
Exactly.
I can do that
yeah.
on my phone.
Well, you can do that with your phone. That's
or you
right.
can pay by check, and I'll just take it back with me. Yeah.
Yeah. And we do cash. I have
we
my
do
receipt
cash.
book right
Yes,
here.
yeah.
So
Well, also I could put that into the Square. So
Yes.
with Square, you just do cash, and then it will still send them their receipt or whatever they need. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the technology is interesting.
Yeah. So I'm up to date with that part of things. Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, and with our tickets, people have been confused because with Square, you have to pick a pickup or a shipping option. So we had it on shipping, and they were like, "You're going to ship me something?" I was like, no, I'm not. So I changed it to pickup, but on the receipt, and I've checked them. If you read far enough down, it tells you don't have to pick up anything, but people don't read far enough down. So they always call me like, "Do I need to pick up?" And I'm like, "No, your
Yeah.
ticket's virtual. So when you come in, you can print off the thing that it sends you, and it'll give you a QR code, or you just tell me your last name, and I have the app on my phone, and I just check you in."
Yeah.
And then you just go right in.
It's amazing with that, as widely as that's used, that will call
Yes.
is not an option that you can check on something like that, because that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, with Square, if Square would do a will call option, it would just totally alleviate
Yeah.
all of the random questions
'Cause
I
you got
get.
shipping, you got pickup, and then you've got will call.
Yeah, no, it only gives you shipping or pickup.
Yeah.
So I put in the fine print, it shows me that people don't read it. They're like, "That wasn't on the receipt," and I'll go and look. I'm like, "Yeah, it was right there on the
Yeah.
receipt." But it says you do not have to pick up anything. You just have to come in, bring whatever information, your last name. We'll check you in. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, a lot of folks are used to buying a ticket, getting a ticket, having it in their hand.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice not to have to print tickets. So prior to this, the new system, when we used Vendini, our box office person would spend all day printing tickets and then putting them in order for us to have it will call the night before. It was like a whole day process. And I was like, and a waste of paper, because people would then just toss them. They got
Yeah.
them for like 5 minutes, and then it was done.
Yeah. Yeah. But you do kind of miss the old days of where people would go to a concert and they'd have their ticket stub and they'd have the program
Yes.
or the set list or something like that, and they'd take some pictures and they'd build their little
Their scrapbook.
scrapbook thing from
Yeah.
that.
Well, I noticed most people just threw everything away.
I know,
Like,
that's what
we
most
just-
people do, yeah.
So that's why I was just like, it's more cost effective for us to not to have tickets or to print them or do, and time wise. And
Yeah.
people have it. And if they did want to for their scrapbook, it does send them email, where they could print it off and still like do something really cute with what they get.
It's not the same.
I know. I like ticket stubs too, but
Yeah, it's like album art.
yes.
That's a lost art because everybody streams or downloads. Even when we went to CDs,
Right.
it was a reduced, but there was still something there.
Oh yeah, you could get it. You had the lyrics,
Yep.
each song, and the pictures, and sometimes maybe they managed to slide in a poster that you could unfold and then put up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But now it's just like, yeah. So
Mixtapes, mix CDs.
that you make on your own.
Yeah, for your friends or your boyfriend, girlfriend. It was always really
Now you
cool.
just
Like
share a
I made
playlist.
you a mixtape.
Yeah, but now it's just, hey, I shared
Yeah.
I shared a playlist with you. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. All right, Candace, thank you,
Yes.
and have fun tonight.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget to have your applications ready.
I won't. I will be at the theater, so there's no way I can forget, because then I just literally walk out and I'm like, here's an application.
Oh, and Jeffrey's going to get with you too.
Oh, awesome.
We want to video the parade Tuesday,
Okay.
and we're looking for a camera spot to set to video.
Okay.
Didn't know if you had a spot that you could
Up
outside.
high?
Yeah.
Or you don't want to be in the balcony. Pigeons.
Oh,
All of the pigeons.
all the pigeons. Okay. Well, he may call you, but
We'll find some place. But the pigeons, our balcony it's not great. Pigeons have taken over.
That's too bad. All right, I need to run here.
Yes.
Aaron is sitting there waiting
In the Zoom room.
in the Zoom room, so we'll do that. Candace, thank you so much.